Man, if ever there was a video of mine that stirred up so much outrage amongst viewers, it would be my top 10 list of worst Sonic games for my inclusion of the game Sonic Riders, but a close second would be another top 10 I made of the worst Sonic characters, and the main reason why was my inclusion of Metal Sonic. Now, unlike Sonic Riders, this one I kinda did see coming, because I know Metal Sonic is a character who so many people love, and I honestly don't know why. Now, it's been over a year since I made that video, and as time changes, so do opinions, so I want to try and give my more current stance on the character. First thing I want to bring up about Metal Sonic is how he's supposed to be a robot copy of Sonic, but I brought up how he fails to copy Sonic. I mean, one, he can't curl into a ball, and two, he doesn't have spikes nearly as sharp as Sonic, so if he can't even do that, then he must be doing a pretty rubbish job as a copy. His first appearance is in the game Sonic CD, and I think I got a lot of disagreement about the Metal Sonic race from that game. So many people are insistent on how it's one of the most epic moments in any Sonic game. I don't really agree with this myself, as I found the race against him to be more cheap than fun, as it's just really long and it often comes off as one of those one mistake and you die fights. Don't let him hit you on the slopes, because if he does that then it's almost unavoidable death. And even when you get past that, he can still cheat. Also, in Sonic Heroes, they tried to bring him back, but that didn't come off so good, in my opinion. The transformation that he did, that looked well cool and all, but his fight was too easy, and the voice he used was just so overdone and forced that he really doesn't come off as threatening, more laughable. And if his character was supposed to be threatening to Sonic, then that's another thing he's failing at. But aside from his poor fights, there's just nothing about the character that sticks out as particularly interesting. I mean, all he really is just a robot who's supposed to be Sonic, and the character just offers nothing. Another thing I also wondered is why fans didn't like Mecha Sonic from Sonic and Knuckles as much. I mean, in my eyes, he does a much better job at copying Sonic. He can spin dash and curl into a ball, he has a super form, and he made for a much better fight. Yet, why wasn't he brought back for future games? He was clearly more powerful, so why did they keep dusting off Metal Sonic instead of using something better? I think maybe one of the reasons why I don't consider Metal Sonic such a great character, maybe is because I never thought Sonic CD was a masterpiece like everyone else did. I mean, maybe back then he was considered something good, but in comparison to some of Sonic's other rivals like Shadow and Silver, he just comes off as, well, bland. And this also irks me, how some people tend to think in black and white when it comes to judging characters. Metal Sonic debuted in the masterpiece Sonic CD, so he's awesome. Silver the Hedgehog debuted in the disaster Sonic 06, so he must suck. That really should be no way to judge a character, but I digress. Now, to be honest, since I made my list of top 10 worst Sonic characters, I think that Sonic Team and Sega have slowly been improving Metal Sonic. They brought him back for a decent fight in Sonic Generations, and in Sonic 4 Episode 2 they made him a secondary villain. I mean, the first fight with him in that game plays worlds better than the one in Sonic CD. Funnily enough though, they tried to recreate that as well, although the double spin dash makes it way too easy. I didn't really think it was necessary. And also, Episode Metal that comes free if you bought both episodes of Sonic 4 on the same console. That's pretty cool. Although I might have preferred Tails over a character who's just a clone of Sonic, it was still a nice addition. The only other time I ever found Metal Sonic badass was in the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA. However, I don't consider that movie to be canon to the video game series, and remember, my top 10 lists were primarily focused on the games. But I think the point I'm really trying to make here is, I don't hate Metal Sonic. I think his character has gotten better since I made that list, but I still find him to be overrated. I guess I just never knew why he was considered one of the best when he doesn't really have that much going for him. Maybe I'm missing something, or maybe I was always more of a Shadow fan, but I never saw any reason to consider Metal Sonic anything more than an average clone of Sonic. If you like Metal Sonic, then good for you. I'm totally fine with that, but try and give your reasons for liking him better than just, he's awesome and you suck. I've given my views on the character and I'm sticking to it, and for that I really see no reason why you should ever hold it against me. So this is Shadsoul7 saying goodbye, take care, and I still think that E102 Gamma is a much better robot character.